Welcome to Dork Court. This is Dork Court. We're going to judge you harshly, like dorks.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Larry. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to have to do this by myself, but look who's here.
Boom.
Steve Euchrin. Perfect timing.
Yeah, that StreamYard was being a little slow, so I apologies.
Oh, no. Yeah, no worries, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. How was your weekend?
That was great. It was great. Sorry about Friday. That was a crazy mix-up.
Dude.
Yeah. Oops.
All right, I'm gone. Whatever.
Much like that. I was turning my mouse pad and I accidentally clicked remove. Anyway,
no worries.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. It was pretty cool. Mimi loves garage sales.
Oh yeah, okay.
And she loves open houses.
So
she made me go to the IKEA in Emeryville, and we bought a bunch of crap. And then on the way home, we saw a house right around the corner from us was having its open house. So even I like it if it's a neighbor, you know.
Sure.
Because our houses are very similar. So a lot of times new houses or houses that are going up for sale have cool little ideas, or somebody solved a little funny.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, something to check
thing.
out to see. Yeah. How'd they use this nook or something?
Yeah. It came from when our neighbors a couple of ways down, Marlon and Tracy. You might remember me talking about them.
Yes, definitely. The names sound familiar for sure.
Yeah,
yes.
their son Dylan's a year older than Walker. And they couldn't be more different. Walker's like a media guy, and Dylan is he's a outdoorsy sort.
Oh, that's cool.
He surfs 365 days a year, no matter what the temperature is.
Oh, that's
nice. But they always just got along. It was funny.
Well,
like to the outside observer, you're like, what do they have in common? And it's like they're teenage boys, I guess.
Yeah, they're normal. Yeah, they're normal. Yeah. They can have they can hold a conversation with someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes adults kind of overthink stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you friends? It's it's not anyway. But they had redid their kitchen, and some of the choices that Tracy had made really inspired Mimi. And so
that's cool.
Yeah, so our new kitchen, like the counters, the storage stuff along the side, when
I walk in, you have the big counter. Yeah,
the stuff that's to the right as you walk in.
Yep,
there's all that stuff was very, very much inspired by some choices Tracy made. So we always do that. Our friends down the way is Jerry and oh man, I'm zoning on his wife's name. Lynn and Jane? I don't know. But she's a dance instructor, and a couple of times a year they do stuff using their home as a performance place, and it's fucking great.
You've told me about that.
Yes. So those cats do really interesting things with the physical space in their house. Yeah. So we speak to them quite a bit. And so anyway, these people around the way they added on to their house and like added on a third story without having anything under the second and first stories except giant pylons to hold it up.
Oh, crazy.
Because
they just went up and like backwards, like up and up, like kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like that if you were to draw a line, but it's more like stacking blocks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's neat, but like, you're like, why did they do this? And they're like, oh, they wanted to retain some of the outside space area for use. And I was like,
got it.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so they go up as opposed to like
weird as hell. Well,
yeah.
lots of people, the addition that we added on to our house.
Yes,
it's just two boxes on the end, right?
Correct.
So just picture our big bedroom with the chill zone underneath it, not there, right? It's just two big posts holding that up, and then they put a third story on top of the second one.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
It's so weird when you come in from outside. The sidewalk opens into the garage, basically, which they use as an open air mudroom, kind of.
Oh, so interesting.
It's really weird because, like, if you were to come in through our garage door,
Yes. Yep.
where the laundry is in our garage is like a refined and done finished place.
Right.
And it has like a little corkscrew stair, not a
to go right upstairs as
to
opposed
just
to
go
going
straight
out.
upstairs.
Got it.
But
Okay.
instead of the door and stuff to the chill zone in my office and stuff, it's all open to the door to the outside. So you can literally,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really nuts for how they did it. And Mimi would I told her you would never come downstairs because it's basically open to the outside.
Right.
Like the way that we've done our stuff, everything's airlocked.
Yeah, you compartmentalize the room.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course.
So it was really fun to see what they did, just in terms of like, oh my God, I would never do that.
Yeah. No, that's always the same thing we get when people come in to see you. Like when we redid our kitchen and the whole living room, because we knocked down all the walls, and in the process of knocking down the walls, we raised our ceiling just because we had nothing above it anyway. So we were just like, hey, let's just go up. So when people come in, they're always like, oh, we would have never thought to do that. Because everyone in my area has the same floor plan.
Right. That's why we go looking. Yeah.
It's just like, okay. Anyway, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, the one takeaway that we had is they did a really cool thing with their furnace and water heater. They had a tankless water heater.
Okay.
Which Mimi's in love with for some reason. I don't know. I don't really care one way or the other. But we have this big boxy furnace that they just put on the floor and ran their tubes everywhere. And, it looks like Logan's Run kind of. So these geniuses took it's a similar footprint. I'm not sure. It's probably not the same furnace company, but it's the same footprint, size and everything.
Okay.
And they turned it sideways and put it up on the ceiling. So
it's off the ground.
My God, it's off the ground and out of the way, but all your pipe ducts are all up on the ceiling.
Are up, so you're not connecting up.
There's 2/3 of the junk that's in our way is just gone.
Now gone.
And we're like, well, when we have to replace our furnace, we're doing that.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I went from being kind of like,
whatever.
IKEA for 3 hours, and now looking through somebody else's house, which I feel really weird about. Even though no one's there, it's all. It just makes me feel weird. But I go there and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Remember that? All right, take a picture of that. And it turned my whole afternoon around.
That's awesome. Did you grab anything great at IKEA? Did you get the?
Yes.
Did Mimi get that little like heating box that you can put around your legs? Have you seen that?
I have seen that, but we did not get that. We were on a trip for. She needed a new shelf.
Okay.
So we have this IVAR system thing.
Yep. So you just continue on with that process.
We didn't even have to look it up. It's like, oh, that's in aisle 4. Let's go all the way down. I think it's in the 70s. And we'll see it when we get there. And then we just go and, just need one of those. And then everybody else moves around, and now there's 3 instead of 2.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Glass stuff to replace the empty ice cream containers I was using for storage, because she's getting super serious about meal prep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she's like, I don't want microplastics. I'm like, just tell me your pronouns, man. I don't care.
Just throw away all the plastic. No worries. Just throw it in there. Like, put it in a bag, and I'll bring it outside.
But since Chris is here, good night, everyone. Oh, wait. He knows just as much as I know, although my parents were not from the Philippines. Both Chris and my friend Eugene Regasa are, and have told me that, that's just how you store stuff, and can't believe it's not butter stuff. And old ice cream.
You reuse everything.
And I'm like, dude, you don't have to be from the Philippines. My parents were kids in the Depression, so neither one of them. They weren't hoarders, but neither one of them threw anything out, and everything was always used. And
of course,
maybe it was once every 17 years, but motherfucker, you had that if you needed it.
This year, hopefully, before we leave, I have it on my notes for Comic-Con that you will bring those barbecue bottles so we can get rid of those as well.
I absolutely have those. I've got Mimi on it. She was whenever she goes to throw something out, she goes, "Is this $5 in San Diego?"
It could be. It could
I'm
be.
like, let me have it. So the best one was we have just regular piece of luggage. Everybody has the hard-sided things you can throw overhead. They're the ones that are just large enough that you can take overhead, but you can't put under the seat. You know what I'm talking about,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So Mimi was responsible for every piece of video on the TED website for about 8 years.
That's crazy.
So I went to like 3 TEDs with her. They were early, So and in fact, I wrote Black Diamond #3 at a TED
as you were sitting there,
just in our hotel room. I was like kind of done with it, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm just going back to the hotel room. I'm sick of fucking hanging out with Al Gore and fucking, what was her name? Daphne Zuniga.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the princess from
Spaceballs.
And I can't say I was hanging out with her, but I did say hello to Meg Ryan. That was pretty cool. But one of the things for swag she got that year was a giant red piece of branded TED luggage that she just used forever until it started to, like, the wheel would break, and
of course
the handle wasn't that great. And I'm like, she's like, I'm gonna go throw this to Goodwill. I'm like, you will not. She's like, what? I'm like, somebody at San Diego is gonna just come over and look at it because it's a piece of luggage.
Yes.
I go, what the hell is that? And then when I just point and say official TED stuff, my wife was the TED website media girl. This is fucking legit. Somebody will give us $20 for that.
And then even more so, you can fill it with stuff.
But that's the best thing. That's what I was going to tell you. Read ahead. that whole thing is just full of like popcorn containers and little Lego things that, I'm like, it would be a bigger deal to take this apart and sell on eBay than to just leave it together and go $5.
I would love to take your $5 from you.
Right. And somebody will just go, it's going to go one of 2 ways, but those 2 ways, it ends with us selling that.
Oh, it's disappearing. Yes.
Somebody will go, oh my God, I was looking for this rocket or whatever. Or this is an amazing amount of Lego that I can just get for $5. Are you kidding me? And then start taking it apart and, build a PKD in front of me or something.
And the funniest thing is, I think it was last year where I was finding all the Magic 8 balls. Yeah. This year, I'm not seeing Magic 8 balls, but I haven't started my Ouija board. I haven't started looking for Ouija boards, but that will 100%. Normally around now is when I start seeing them. So once I start seeing more of the Ouija boards, I'll start adding them in. But that's so funny.
That's good. Hey, I meant to tell you sometimes Walker related thing. I send him his comics every week just for a laugh. Like, I miss a week sometimes, but I feel bad about it. And so then I'll send him like a pile of junk because I throw stuff in, like, Mimi will make him a batch of cookies and I'll make
fun
beef jerky, or there's just some crap laying around that made me think of him. So I give him like a little package with his comics. And this week I threw in a Matrix.
Oh,
just to make him say, what the fuck? And I'll go, no, that's a present from Steve and the boy and Mark and the boys at San Diego who think everybody needs to have another one. So that just reminds me, I don't think he's listening to this one. He's finishing he's having a pretty good time at school, finishing a thing. So
I was messaging him on Instagram the other day.
I'm going to send him another one.
Yeah. Oh, another Matrix.
And say, I'll send him like 5 and go like, just give one of these to like Pardo and your friend.
I'm giving them away.
Yeah, just make sure everybody has a Matrix and knows that story.
Before you know it, you have over 100, and then you're questioning your, existence.
Sanity. So you're. I'm not allowed to get on Instagram from when he was a high schooler.
Okay.
And now I just don't care. I'm not on Instagram, so I'm like, if you have something to tell me, just send it to me, man.
Yeah. No,
not you. I him.
Yeah. He doesn't post a lot, but when he does, I try to like.
That's cool.
Just checking in on him, seeing how he's doing, and then he pinged me back, and I, you gotta see what's going on.
I really appreciate you doing that because he thinks you're his friend.
Oh well, I consider him my friend. So
he was about 11, and you and Mark were daddy's friends until he was about 11, and then he started saying 11 or 12, and he started saying something, and he said, "Oh, my friend Mark said this." I'm like, "Mark, who's your friend Mark?" And he's like,
Who's your friend Mark?
I thought I was just missing somebody at Lakeshore, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, Mark Espinoza. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes, that's your friend. Yeah.
Is Mark not making it today?
I don't know. I pinged him.
Yeah.
You know what? He's
always busy now. He's a big deal guy now.
Valentine's Day.
Well,
that's next week.
I think he's doing the Gina Lola Brigida thing that, like, when he shows up, we're all like, "Wee, it's Mark."
Oh yeah.
Instead of like, "Oh, here's Mark again."
Yeah. Well,
you.
I don't need him to talk to you, so that's fine.
Yeah, I just meant,
100%.
I know Chris is upset.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to read all of the stuff that you and Chris were chatting. Obviously, I think there's a lot of strong opinions on this Mando, the Mando trailer.
A lot of people, everybody, something has happened to the world, and everybody is just outraged about everything at all times.
So here's my question. What I saw online, and tell me if this is accurate, was the goal was to put out a Spider-Man trailer. They couldn't get it done in time.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was the pivot trailer, which is more of the, like a traditional Super Bowl. It was I think it was an homage, like you called out, an homage to the old Budweiser ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's shot for shot, man.
Yeah. So I posted my only complaint about it, but my only thing is, like, you can do 100 of those teasers. That's fine. I feel like they lost a little bit of it being on during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get as outraged as everybody else.
I'm not
because the Super Bowl is its own thing. It's we say that about San Diego all the time.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl is San Diego for normal people.
Yes.
And so everybody's got something to say at all times about everything. And so now normal people talking about, having Mandalorian opinions, I'm uneasy with that in the first place.
Why do you even know what that? Like, why do you even know what that is?
Right. And then second, I mean, that's me just being an old nerd, right? Like, I understand intellectually that the world is such that, there's 37 Marvel movies. Like, think about that. That's not me being exaggerating and hyperbolic like usual.
Yeah.
There are 37 Marvel movies. Did you think we would ever have that in our lives ever? I didn't. So why not?
I remember seeing Blade in the theater, and the talk was we were going to get an X-Men movie, and that would, to my brain, did not make sense.
Right. How is that going to work? Right.
Like Blade, okay, that makes sense. You want to make just a vampire movie, you grabbed something that was an IP that you probably didn't have to fight to get. And then wait, you're going to make X-Men? Wait, what? They're making a Spider-Man? This is no, that's not right.
I think the whole world or the nerd world is lucky that movie isn't called Boba Fett's Best Friend and Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Right.
Because literally one of my old college roommates sent me a text during the Super Bowl and called it saying that because he doesn't watch it. He's not even really a Star Wars guy, but he knows that's a thing I give a shit about. And, he's got kids. And without irony, he called that Boba Fett's Best Friend and Baby Yoda. And I'm like, really? Well, no wonder everybody didn't put it together that this thing is a rip on the old Clydesdale Budweiser ads. Like, you kind of have to know what both things are to put it together. And it was just Johnny Favs and Dave Filoni being too smart for the room, Yeah. It's like, hey, one of my buddies said, it'd be cool if they did a Mean Joe Green rip. And I'm like, you could have made that work for Mandalorian and Grogu a little better, but it wouldn't be so obviously Super Bowl to me.
I agree.
I remember that ad.
Yes.
But I don't remember it as a Super Bowl ad. I mean, it might well have been, but
you know what? I'm honestly, to your point, if this trailer dropped during Christmas time, I think it read more. It felt more like Christmas than Super
Okay.
Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it,
agree.
the snow and the tauntauns, but it's like it felt like. But then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, but there really isn't like a milestone period in December anymore where like this would make sense to be. And it's like the only thing is like the Super Bowl. That's it. That's like really all you get now.
Well, that's why they did the Clydesdale and the snow ones, because it wasn't technically Christmas,
Right.
but it was around the New Year, and if you really cared, it was wintertime.
Yeah. Well, yes.
You know, so like
Not in Santa Clara, but yes.
not in Santa Clara. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things that people don't like to be wrong. You know? So if you don't get it right away and somebody goes, "Oh man, that's a Budweiser thing," the world isn't where you go, "Oh shit, my bad," like you used to in the old days. Everybody doubles down and goes,
Gets a little
"Well, that didn't work, and fuck that, and I'm glad Kathleen Kennedy is gone, and you know what? They should bring back Rockford." And then you're talking about some crazy shit where just everybody's like, "Yeah," and they're mad too, and it's like I'm getting a little sad with everyone.
I just, you know what it does? I think I always talk about this with the one guy at work. I said, when I read feedback or reviews or
The one
stuff
guy
from
at work
people-
I talked to.
yeah, exactly. I always say like all it ever does is it really like curates my perspective on like even listening to what they have to say on stuff. It's
Yeah.
always like, oh, it's like I keep on reading. I was reading all of like the reviews of all the people that have seen the Supergirl movie, and they're all calling it. They're like, what's it called? Guardians of the Krypton Galaxy or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
And they're
okay.
like, because that's what it is. And they're
Yeah.
like, and then like I'm reading through it and I'm reading like all the, and I'm just like, first off, James Gunn's not even directing it. He's sure he might have creative influence over the entire thing. I mean, he's in charge of the DC studio, but like the director who's making it has made other films that are actually pretty good. Why do you have to like, I think it's a reason to poop on James Gunn. Like, why? Like, there's no, like, let
Why
people
not?
see it. I know it's just, and
No,
and
he's
then
the
it was
new
like,
guy to yell at. They got rid of
That's
Kathleen
exactly-
Turner.
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Zack Snyder's not doing anything anymore. All
Right,
right,
it's like,
fuck
who's-
you, James Gunn?
Right. Who's the next person to just like
Yeah.
point the? Who's the next? It's funny, isn't it? Like how that like, it's like, all right, who's the big main guy we can? The only one who kind of like navigated that pretty well was Feig, and then he kind of like he disappeared for a little bit, and then he came back, and then he's coming back to take control a little bit more. But like Kathleen Kennedy took the arrows. Now James Gunn is taking the arrows. Before James Gunn, it was like Snyder and that whole crew.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just weird. It's like they need like a big bad to like yell at always. I don't know why.
That's what it is. It's because people aren't satisfied with their lives, man. And they're the you know, genre stuff is escapist entertainment.
Yes.
So the thing that they were using to escape from all the nonsense is now pissing them off. Because
I think it could be that.
And so now it's like, I mean, I'm starting to like Starfleet Academy because the world is sucking so bad. And it's like, well, this one wasn't so bad.
What's in the air in there? Is there a leak in the?
Hey, if there was a gas leak, I would smell it.
I was going to say, is there? Yeah, you have a. What's that alarm? Not the.
Oh yeah, radon.
Yeah, we check to make sure everything's okay over there. I'll call Mimi after this.
We do have radon.
Larry just told me he likes Starfleet Academy.
No, just this last episode.
Oh, okay.
Very specifically, it just wasn't as irritating as I thought. And the things everybody was getting mad at, I was like, really? And so, you know,
you push past.
There's this controversial uniform. You know how much I love the costumes and props and uniforms and stuff.
Of course.
From the very first episode, and it was never shown. They had this thing called the uniform called a scant. So it's half skirt and half pants. So if you can picture their regular uniform, right?
Yes.
Now make it have short sleeves, and then take the pants off and pull the shirt down to about half thigh.
Yes. And it's a man or a woman could wear that, right?
Well, that's the controversy part. Is it looks like a cheerleader outfit on a girl, so nobody has any problem. But on the men, it kind of looks weird.
Right. It looks like a man wearing a skirt. Yeah, which is fine. Whatever.
If you had left that shirt, the scant part, and then just put him in black pants, I don't think
you would have noticed.
I don't think anyone would have said a word. But without the pants, it looks like he's wearing a dress.
Yes.
But that's okay because it's in the future, and maybe it's some kind of kilt, and who knows, right?
Whatever.
But they didn't use it that much, and so everybody thought it was crazy. Yeah, like Chris is right. Is it a kilt? Is it a toga? Whatever. And that reminds me of something in Lower Decks. It's hilarious because you don't like Star Trek. But anyway, in this latest episode, this Klingon who wants to be a doctor, so everybody's mad about that for some reason, as if Klingons don't have doctors. He wants to heal instead of kill. Well, they did this cool episode that he's a warrior, and whatever. Who cares?
Is he also wearing the scant? Or
but that's the thing. This latest episode, they have him in a cadet version of the scant, and everybody's like, "Gay!" And it's like, no. All you're doing is telling you that you haven't watched Star Trek before, because this isn't a uniform they wear a lot, but it's a uniform every Star Trek fan knows about.
Right. I've seen it before. Definitely seen. I know what. Once you started talking through it, I didn't know what it was called, but I was like,
it's skirt pants.
Ooh, is this the thing? Let me see. Can I tell the trailer from just 32 seconds of scenes? Yep.
The thing. Nice.
Good
one.
Yeah. Well, no. So this episode, not as bad.
I enjoyed it. Not as bad. I thought it was quite nice. Of course, there's an A story and a B story and the C story, and the C story blows. It's what the adults are doing while the kids are having fun. Well, okay. Are they all getting drunk? Are they boning each other? Are they, fucking Slack channeling each other about that dumb shit that Holly Hunter said? No, they're just being atonal and weird at each other at a table. And it's just boring. And so I'm like, okay, yes, that's all shitty and stupid, but this other part's actually quite good. And it's got a little science fiction in it. So like, and they're solving some questions that everybody had. I don't really get what's the big problem with this episode. Oh, right, he's gay. And
right.
It's like Chris says, is it a kilt? Is it a toga? Scotty, both Scotties, the old Scotty and the new Scotty, have worn their kilt, their Scott clan kilt.
Yes.
As part of their dress uniform. So it's not unknown that even the white guys not
can do this. Yeah. No, exactly.
That it's a thing, to the fact that I just found out that this Irish Star Trek fan club did their own toga kilt that's recognized by the Irish kilt people as being
like the pattern.
Yeah, their pattern, the whatever it's called, the tartan is recognized as the official Starfleet tartan.
Okay, so that's
I think that's amazing. That's like they somehow got, I don't know. They got pressed to do Star Trek flavor. And
they
you know what I mean? It's like, wow, that's awesome.
Well, it's like spawned legitimacy. I know that's the wrong term, but it's like it's like, oh, okay, listen, we're doing it. Here it is. Like
it's more to me like in England you can put on their census thing when they ask your religion that Jedi is an official thing, and like 200,000 people put Jedi every year because
that's so funny
for whenever they do it. So maybe there's something going on in the United Kingdom where everybody's like, hey, this is actually not bad for our mental health.
Yeah, well,
Star Trek's got its own official tartan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So anyway, everybody should calm the fuck down about that skirt thing, because they completely did that to stir up the hornet's nest, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's been used like 4 times across a couple next gen episodes. And every once in a while, there's a guy who walks by in the background, and everybody goes, "Ah, that guy drew the short skirt. I bet he's
yeah. Oh, however he had to wear it. He probably showed up late yesterday." So,
but so I actually appreciated that they did that, and that they did that with that character, because it's cool. That's the one thing I do like that they added in new things. Hey, I'm a young teenage guy trying to figure out my shit and I'm not going to do what my culture says I should do.
Right. Well, also,
What's more finding the young kids than that?
here's better than that. I'm not around my culture. I'm around a different group of people, so I'm exploring even net new more. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh,
I
okay,
think
if
that's
this was
exactly it. I think
if it was Beverly Hills 90210 on Klingon, yeah, it probably wouldn't make sense that they would be wearing that. But when you're in like Starfleet Academy, college exploration, you know, everyone's seen every college movie there is, you know, that and interesting.
yeah. Anyway,
So,
sorry.
well,
I know
no,
you sort of just
I
speak Star Trek phonetically, which I think is
I
really
love
cool.
talking about it. See, I love talking about it because then when I scroll through all the stuff I scroll through and I see the stuff, I at least have knowledge of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's what
You know?
Mark and Larry were yelling about.
Yeah, so it makes it well, and also it's just like even the pits of the internet that I'm diving in, people still love Star Trek there too. So it's like it's fun to see that, you know?
Isn't that cool?
Like it's like what's that?
I just like, isn't that cool? You're
Yeah, oh, dude,
you're in the dark web, you know, people are trying to find that Wu-Tang album that Shrek and Lee had, and then somebody goes, oh, you know, that last Starfleet Academy wasn't so bad.
when you're in forums and people are posting like the entire Netflix Cliff Booth series unedited, and then like the next group of things they're talking about is just like Starfleet Academy and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. It's still, you know, the
It's all
guys
part
that
of
are
that pop culture tapestry that we like. Right?
Speaking of which, did you think about? Did you see the quick trailer for the Fincher Cliff Booth thing?
Yes,
And
the I
Brad
loved
Pitt.
it. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
That was really funny because we had the Super Bowl on, and I kind of wasn't paying attention. I was texting Walker. His buddies had it on but weren't watching because they didn't care about the teams, and he was like, I just have to go somewhere else. But I was like, well, why don't you rap with me because we've got it on, but mommy's doing something and she doesn't care, so I have it on. But and so then I'm checking my stuff and I see, hey, here's the link to Adventures of Cliff Booth, and I'm like, oh shit. And so I say to Mimi, hey, are you watching the game? And she's like, no. And I'm like, there's a trailer that I gotta watch.
Right.
And she goes, okay. So I flip over to YouTube, put it on, find it, put it on. I start playing, and she's talking through it. I'm like, what do you fucking what? I want to pay attention to this. And she goes,
right.
What? I thought you were joking because it was literally just on.
Oh, just
and it was the one thing she paid attention to, and I wasn't because I was telling Walker something. And it was so funny because both of us are like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? Like, wait a minute.
Aren't you watching this? Yeah.
What? It was just one of those, like, we were confused. And I was starting to get a little hot. Like, what are you yelling at me for? And she's like, I don't understand why you were watching this. And I'm like, because I haven't seen it. And she's like,
because I didn't just see it.
Oh, wait, what? Like, it was just on. What do you mean you didn't see it? It was just funny when you get to that point of where the misunderstanding is. And it's like, are we going to go rob a bank? Like, oh, no.
That's awesome. Yeah,
so I loved it because I had to work for it to see it.
So an interesting thing I was thinking about, and it was, I actually think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might be my favorite movie, my favorite Tarantino. It might be my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio.
Huh.
And I was trying to think if it's my favorite Brad Pitt, but I really like him in Fight Club. I really like Fight Club.
Yeah.
And I really like Seven. Brad Pitt's got a lot more, I feel like, that I'm like
that you could choose from.
That I could choose from. But man, I was like,
he's good in that.
Yeah, and that character is really cool.
So, I will say that is my favorite Brad Pitt movie.
Oh, interesting.
And I really like Burn Before Reading or Burn After Reading.
Oh, Burn After Reading, yep.
Yeah, I really like that one. But that's my favorite. But oh my God, Inception's my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
And then I couldn't tell you what my favorite Quentin is.
Tarantino?
Yeah, but it's probably Pulp Fiction. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is so far up there. And
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
like, you know what it is? I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's so, and I know it's relevant.
yeah, of course it is.
It's just, it's like a story. I don't know. It's choose your own adventure, man. It's choose your own
Yeah.
adventure in a time period, and it's just like it hits the, and in Tarantino, that's where Tarantino, like, there's part of me that hates, that despises the guy, but then there's this part of me that's just like, man, he is so friggin' brilliant. It's like
What do you despise about him? Come on, man.
just
That's hard.
no, I don't
Harsh.
despise him. I know. Listen, the guy is brilliant, and I always joke, every movie is an homage to something else.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
if you worked in a video store, you would do that too.
I know.
That's
People
how
say
my
that's a
brain works.
ding, but I have so much admiration for that. He might as well have this giant sign that says, "I love movies too," just like you. And once you get to that, how do you hate that guy?
No, you know what it is, when you work in a video store, you are like, oh, F this guy. How did he figure this out? And then at the next part, you're just like, yeah, but like, if you make Kill Bill and that gets you to watch all these old like samurai movies and all that stuff, like, dude, like, what a nod. Like, or like,
Yeah.
you do Inglourious Bastard, and then you're getting people to watch all like those old like German, like all those old Bo Svensson films and crazy, like, not the Dirty Dozen, but like the other Dirty Dozen or whatever. And you get people to watch those movies. You're like,
Yeah.
he makes no money to do that, but he's just like, I love these films so much, I'm going to make something that makes you go watch this entire genre, which this one is the only one that I feel is not in that same ilk. It's just like, I'm going to make a period piece movie that is going to, because this is when he kind of grew up, right? So it's like,
yeah, I mean, it's not one particular genre. It's all the stuff that came out of the 60s.
yes,
I think, speaking of Inglourious Bastards, I think that and this one, Once Upon a Time in America, in Hollywood, would make an amazing double feature because of the alternate history aspect of it.
yes,
Because that's what I love about Tarantino films, is that everything is this heightened reality. So when you think, oh my God, did that really happen? Or is that the kind of thing that would happen? Or, for like Reservoir Dogs, like, do you get guys together? Is that the sort of thing that will happen? Yeah, people are that savage. You know what I mean? It makes you think. And then, like you said, if you don't start exploring the movies that inspired it, you start running across rabbit hole stuff that you're like, oh, I guarantee you Tarantino read this.
well, 100%, like,
or whatever, And so I have nothing but love for that guy.
well, that's why, like, you create the Leonardo DiCaprio character, which essentially is like a B movie actor that lives through the entire 60s into the 70s and refines himself in spaghetti westerns in like Italy. It's just like, dude, that's just so like on it. I don't know, man. Like,
he's basically Bo Svensson if he was Zelig. You know what I mean? So anyway, I like that. Oh, Chris is saying F1 is Brad Pitt's. I don't know, man. That's pretty.
I like that movie. I don't know, man.
I liked it, but like, you could have anybody in that part. Like, man, just think Matt Damon, Ben Affleck in that part. It's the same movie.
All right. Well, let's do the exercise we should do. Let's look at. I'm going to bring up his list of movies.
Uh-oh.
And then we'll do it that way. That's always the easiest.
Mount Rushmore of Brad Pitt movies.
Let's see. Oh, because I'm sure, because I'm sure there's going to be a handful in here that we both did not even think of that we're going to be like, oh, I really liked him in that.
I'm not a Brad Pitt scholar at all. I mean, I can barely remember that he dated Jennifer Aniston, and that I read that once a week on the grocery store National Enquirer.
Where is his filmography?
No love for that joke. That was a pretty funny reference. Well, whatever. I'll keep trying. We are so in love with that show Homeland right now.
Oh, okay.
I know it's old and it was 8 seasons and stuff, and I'm like, we're on like the 3rd or 4th episode of season 2. I don't understand how how the show lasts 8 years. I just don't.
Lauren crushed that. What is this? Hold on. Now everything's all screwed on my screen. Lauren just crushed that. That one diplomat show you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she'd love that.
That's why we went to Homeland, because we were running out of shows like that. We had done The Diplomat, and then we did Ruffalo's new one, Task. That was pretty good. Mimi's really into, not true crime, but like crime shows.
Doesn't Mimi also like the sword? Doesn't Mimi like the Game of Thrones sword and stuff, kind of a little bit?
Well, she liked Game of Thrones, but
is she watching that new one? Because
No.
the new one's supposed. I keep my coworker was telling me, he's like, this is the best. Like, this is like, honestly, it's better than most of the Game of Thrones stuff. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I thought I heard my garage door opening, and I think maybe some. That's all.
All right, so here we're gonna go. I'll go big movies that we're gonna Brad Pitt. So F1 is this last one.
Mm-hmm.
So F1. A little bit before that, you got Bullet Train. Okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Ad Astra. I didn't see that. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we liked. Technically, he's in Deadpool 2, but I'm not going to consider that.
That was a good role, though.
Yeah, he's in Fury, the tank movie. That was okay. World War Z. Oh, Killing Them Softly is a pretty good movie, but not best.
Yeah.
Moneyball, man. Inglorious.
I love Moneyball. Moneyball.
Yeah. Inglorious Bastards. Okay. Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Burn After Reading. Assassination of Jesse James. I did like that. He's in the Ocean movies. I forget about those.
Of course, yeah.
All right, he was pretty good at Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I like that. Troy. Spy Game. All right, Spy Game's pretty good. The Mexican. Oh, he's in Snatch. He's actually very good in Snatch.
He's really good in those. Snatch, and isn't he? He's in another one of those Guy Ritchies too, isn't he?
Is he? Let me see.
I thought he did too.
Well, he's in. I mean, not bad for. So he goes 90. He goes Fight Club into Fight Club, Snatch. Those are his next. Those are 2 movies in a row. That's pretty solid. Meet Joe Black. 7 years into Bat. The Devil's Own. That's the one with Harrison Ford, which is okay. All right, 12 Monkeys. He's in 12 Monkeys. I like 12 Monkeys.
He was great in 12 Monkeys. Yeah.
Oh, he's actually really good in Interview with a Vampire. Now that I think about it, I'm not that. That's not my thing, but he's actually pretty good in California too. All right, and he's in Cool World. Okay, he's got some good stuff on here. I don't know.
Thelma and Louise. Everybody loves that one.
That's true. That's his coming out party too. And then he's in Cutting Class, but I'm probably
Well, you know what he just did running all that? I think that is a wildly uninspired collection of movies.
I'll tell you, the fact that he's even been nominated for something is pretty impressive, because I don't see anything in there that's super.
I think there's like 3 movies in there I actually think are good. Like half of those I haven't seen because I have no interest. Like World War Z, don't care. Troy, who cares?
Zombies.
List, I just don't. 7, don't care.
Have you ever seen 7?
Nope, not gonna. There's a girl's head in a bag, man. I don't need that.
Only at the end. You never see it. No, it's
worse.
Well, interesting, because when is 7? When did they do 7 together? 7 is 95, because that's Fincher,
right?
So then I'm interested to see how much they. Well, Fincher's a good director, so I don't know. Either way, interesting. Okay, you know what? It might be right there. Like it's probably. All right. Well, let's do Leo. Let's do the Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's even worse. I like Inception, and that's it. I just don't respond to him as an actor at all.
Interesting.
Like I get he's good in Django. I get it, but I don't care.
One Battle After Another I didn't see, but I've heard really good things about. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I do like that. He is my screensaver on my phone when he's when he's holding the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Cooking the Nazis. That's like
I have the champion T-shirt and his Hawaiian shirt from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
So
they were selling the shirt when he's on that like Laugh-In show where he's dancing. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
really I've always seen that cool shirt where it's him like dancing with the girls.
Oh, that's cool.
And everyone's always like, "Oh, I should get that shirt." But all right, let's see. The Revenant. Yeah, that was okay. Wolf of Wall Street, not a movie I'd see. Django Unchained, I like that. All right, Inception. Did you ever see Shutter Island?
No, because that's a psychological thriller with an actor I don't really like. There's no way I would watch that movie. When I saw the trailer, I was mad that I have to know what that movie is forever now. That shit doesn't leave
Ruffalo's
my
in
head.
that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, he's in The Departed. That's pretty good. I actually like Gangs of New York. That's a good movie. I do like that movie. You ever see it?
No. It's
Really?
got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. Like,
It has
people
other
just
people in it.
refuse to believe that I don't respond to him as an actor. I kind of actively don't like his work. That's why it's amazing that Inception's immediately was in one of my top 5 movies ever. And even though he's the lead, that's how good that movie is. Yeah.
That's crazy. Interesting.
Is it?
All right. I just, you know what? It's like, I feel like his movies are so broad that maybe, but now that you say that, I'm like, knowing your taste, it's like, yep, that's not a Larry movie, and that's not a Larry movie. So it's like,
I mean, the one thing I saw, he was a kid, like what's eating Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert Grape.
I thought that was all right, but it's because it's not a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
That's true. Well,
You
and
know?
you've probably seen The Quick and the Dead, but that's not a Leonardo.
Yes,
DiCaprio
I
movie.
did. I loved Quick and the Dead, but that's because it's
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And the lead is a girl.
Yeah.
In a gunslinging Western. Throw him in there. I don't care. That's not what I'm liking about it. I like that Raimi's car is in the barn.
Covered under a tarp. Anyway, this is the one I was telling you about. This is the Game of Thrones one. The new one. I think it's the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Thank you, Chris. I've been hearing it's really good. Mimi will probably like it. It's like way better than these last ones.
That sentence is just a bunch of words to me.
It's the George R.R. Martin's next novel.
You could change it into
of
velvet shadows on a cardboard throne is better than fucking 60 light years to Methuselah and the last couple of seasons of MASH. You know what I mean? It's like
I might have to take this post.
Oh, that
has ChatGPT rewrite it for me in every possible combination. That's awesome.
I will ask Mimi. She just got it on, but she went on a run, so she's taking a shower.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. I've heard, and I like those movies. I like that stuff. I like to just watch it every so often just to see what's going on. I'm not watching the House of the Dragons, but I watched some of the Game of Thrones. But supposedly this one's supposed to be pretty good. But like everything, it's gotta be done for me. I can't I gotta bulldoze through it. And you were kind of alluding to when you were talking about the Star Trek, how you there's the A story, the B story, and the C story.
Yeah.
And I think I naturally do that with my TV watching. I did it with Reacher, and I've done it with other things where it's like, oh, this is a character I don't care about, and they're not really going to help me with the plot. So every time they're on the screen, I just buzz through.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't even know what happens with them.
Oh, you're brave. I thought of doing that, but I can't make myself do it because I just am afraid I'm going to miss something.
You know what? I feel like I wait for someone smarter than me to say, oh, you didn't see this scene? That was when they said this. I was like, I guess I got to go back and watch it, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
But
that's funny. Yeah. That's why I just miss all those other movies because I just, if I sit down to watch something, I would just want to.
You're going to watch it.
Yeah. I just want to watch it. And boy, does both Mimi doesn't get this, but neither does Walker. Like they will just stop in the middle of something and then go to bed or, go do something and then catch up with it the next day. I would just sit there in my bed like this until an hour went by. And then I'd discreetly pick up my phone
and finish whatever it was.
This big. And then delete it from the continue watching. So when they don't know.
No,
actually,
yeah.
For HBO, how they have mommy, daddy, Walker. I have
your
one
own?
that's Animal from the Muppet Show. It's just looking all crazy, and it says the phone. And so it's because Walker didn't want me watching Mandalorian until he got back from school.
Okay.
And so if I couldn't take it or I was writing an article or something, I just watched
You'd
it on
watch
the
it on your phone.
And then throw it back to whatever, and he would know. He wouldn't look because he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, well, when I'm out, I watch that. I watch my phone when I'm out." He's like,
That's
"Oh, okay."
That's funny because now they even have a locks on them. You can like put a code, so you
Yeah,
don't even share
that was too much. That kind of nonsense.
That's so funny.
I just wanted to be silly. That's all.
That's too
Yeah,
funny.
I think it's HBO. Might be no, it's Paramount because that's why. Oh wait, Muppets are Disney, right? Must be Disney.
Oh, it could be Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney. I have Tasmanian Devil is my picture,
Okay.
and Mimi has the Kate McKinnon weird Barbie.
Oh,
that's cool.
I gotta look at what ours are for the Disney one. I don't think we've changed that in a while.
That's the thing. Everyone like the Paramount one. Walker and I are Lower Decks characters, and that's because we got them. We set them up when they had Lower.
Oh, when that
Lower
came
Decks
right,
started,
and you just never change it.
We don't change it, and you can't get them anymore because they always like translate through. So now I just
they retired them. Like
I'm
your
just
Funko
used to
Pops.
looking at it, so I don't want to change it.
Yeah, they're retired like Funko Pops. So that's,
Can you
imagine? You don't have this from the beginning? Yeah.
Oh, you could trade it? Oh, yeah. We'll sell you that, Boimler from Lower Decks for $20 if you really have to have it.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
I'm sure that would.
I'm sure there's a way to do that. What was I going to ask you about? What do you think about the Project Hail Mary? Did you read that?
I did not. Mimi did.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she loved it.
And are you going to go cold turkey, just the movie?
Well, I mean, I've seen the trailer and I've spoken to her a little about it. She hasn't, she's more worried about ruining stuff and spoiling stuff.
And you're just like, I don't care.
I don't care about that, but she won't tell me until, I mean, Mark and you kind of do that. I have to beg you to tell me sometimes, but she just won't. So I just gave up. And honestly, I'm kind of souring on Andy Weir a little.
Okay.
Because I didn't have much respect for him in the first place because he didn't write The Martian. Do you know how it started? He had a good idea, and then he started some Facebook group and
they kind of collectively wrote it, right?
What's that?
Didn't they collectively write it?
Yeah. I mean, it was crowdsource written because he'd go. I'm not taking anything away from him. He wrote a book. God bless him. But it's good, not because he wrote it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that makes sense.
He'd be I have this guy doing this thing, and this is what's going on. And then somebody would show up who was like a potato farmer and go, well, what about this, and this, and this, and this, and this? And that's one thing. If you're a writer and you talk to one of your other buddies, like I get these calls all the time. What's a weird thing about the space shuttle? I don't know. Well, I don't know, but here's a weird thing in the space station that the Russian side has shotguns. What?
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking real. Here you go. It's because one time in the 60s, some guy landed way off course and they had to spend the night in a frozen tundra on the top of his capsule, throwing shit at the wolves that were going to eat him. And he really could have used a shotgun. So now all the capsules have shotguns in it in case you go off course and you need to shoot some wolves. That means that's great, but that's a very Russian thing because now there's shotguns on the space station.
Right.
That's a good thing to know for your story, right? I get that.
Right.
But
well, no, yeah, but to your point,
going along and going, oh, okay, I got the potato guy on speed dial.
That's exactly.
What about the fuel consumption thing for rockets? So that's, and then some NASA guy shows up, and it's
right.
It's
you're getting special
research for you,
Yeah. Well, so it's funny. A guy I worked with when I was at the company Siberia, one of the guys I worked with was his boss when he was a developer, because he was a developer, like a computer, so he was writing that while he was working for my buddy. I think it was either at Palm or at Apple, and or the guy I worked with, and it was funny because he would always joke. He'd be like, "Oh man, he's got the book coming out. He's got and now it's the movie." And it was like, and he was like, he wasn't a good developer, so it was always very interesting.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, all right, he translated into something else.
He
But
found his tribe. That's great.
yeah, but this will be interesting. I don't know. The Rock guy looks a little weird to me. I don't know, man. I'm a little over. It's like adding a kid in a movie. I don't need like a. I don't know.
I just think that he had another follow-up book before this one. But
yeah, what was the
but they're all just sort of like, oh, there's this crazy thing that means the end of your life, or the end of life as we know it, or the end of life in the galaxy.
Artemis, right?
Artemis, that was it. Yeah. And it's just kind of like, I get that you have a theme, man, but like, I don't know. I'll go see it. I like Ryan Gosling, but it doesn't look like anything we haven't seen 1,000 times before. Like
that's what I was like. I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah. Here's the part that I don't understand. Explain this to me. Why is it just? And this is all the only. This is my barrier of entry. This is what you gotta. This is what Mimi's got to sell me on. Why is it just him?
I don't know.
Like, why not a group of people? Why
I
not?
think it's the nature of the emergency that he's the one guy that's figured out some kind of antivirus thing or something. Because the thing they're trying to fix is that something's going wrong in space, and Earth scientists have realized that stars are just dying, but they're just burning out. They're not supernovaing; they're just collapsing, it's coming towards Earth. And so the big fear is that whatever's putting these suns out is going to put out our sun, and everybody dies.
Right.
And so he's the guy who has whatever he's doing, his work with pepperoni sticks or pepper cheese or something is the one thing that's giving mankind hope. And I just,
yeah, but it goes to my whole like, so why is he by himself?
Yeah. Well, right. And that's why I think it's nothing we haven't seen before, because, the loneliness of the inky blackness of space.
Right. Moon.
And then you meet, this intelligent spider shape from Antares, and now you're Adam Sandler doing a Russian accent. And we've seen this movie before. And then, 5 years before that, there was Life with Ryan Reynolds. And we've seen this movie before. He eventually ends up he starts out with a crew, but everybody dies. So it's him by himself. It just seems so average for a regular person science fiction thing.
And for something that they're promoting so heavily, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know either.
I saw the trailer.
Where's the Jack Fry movie? That's all I want to know.
Well, where's that? Where's the new Spider-Man trailer? Like, where's a nod to the Doomsday movie? Like, create some buzz for that. Jeez, something, right?
That was my high school band name, the Russian Wolf.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but then you run into the whole like everything drops all at once, and then what do you do the rest of the year?
I guess we've always talked about this. Like, how do you win the moment? Like we at Comic-Con, like when do they? A couple of years ago when they dropping all the trailer for the Deadpool. Was it the movie? It was the actual movie when we were in the room watching the fucking clips.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'll never forget that year that we watched an episode of Star Trek, and over like Mark's shoulder as we were looking at Walker's iPad.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like there's like the four of us are going, oh yeah, man, that was great. When we go off, don't hang up right away. I'm going to tell you I got my Angry Girlfriend Frosty idea for this year. So.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I can't wait to tell you. I think you'll be pleased.
And I also have you. I should get you my next article tomorrow. I'm going to try to finish it tonight.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah. I'm realizing I am writing more, so I feel like my articles are expanding a bit because I feel like I'm getting too wordy. So I'm trying to. But I know that helps me with the page count. So I'm.
Yeah, I mean. There's you get to do what you get to do. There's no format restrictions or anything. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, you know what the best thing is? I found
Okay.
a print quality version of that picture.
Wait, of the
Yeah.
of the me and the security guards?
It was on 2 phones ago.
Oh, okay. And you had it backed up.
And I had it on. Yeah, no, I didn't have it backed up, but I had it on the phone itself.
Okay.
So I just juiced up I had that thought. I was like, well, I know this was 2017 and I know it's
Yes.
July because it was at San Diego. So that phone was this one. So I juiced it up because I couldn't find it on the stuff that I've saved.
Yes.
I just backed up my most recent one, right? And I guess I didn't back this phone up. And so there it was, and I was very happy about it.
Oh, that's awesome. The theme of celebrity / comic convention on the cover has been I do like that continued theme. So that is very, very, very cool.
Well, that's awesome because I'm glad to hear you say that because I would expect my friend Steve would go, yeah, no, I need a celebrity though. And I'm not a celebrity, but no, that's the best picture.
Nah, I'm done. I didn't meet anybody else. So now it's me.
What do you mean you didn't meet anybody else?
I'm just saying I don't have any other cool pictures of people. The only one I was thinking is I think I want to add. I got the picture of Mark when we met a guy dressed up as Snake Plissken. It's the worst cosplay of all time.
I remember that picture. That's at San Diego.
No, that's at
like a Halloween party or something.
Yeah, right? It's like the worst convention we ever went to, and there was like 2 people dressed up, and one guy was dressed up as Snake Plissken, and I made Mark go take a picture with him, and he was so pissed. But no, I'm buzzing through. I'm trying. I will. Yeah, look at that. There you go.
That's what. And so, as you can tell, because my thumbnails are always like so cracky and shitty, you can tell that's print quality because we can see it's got a little motion blur, and I don't.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, I don't think we should fix it. I think
you know what? Here's the other thing. You know what also was cool about this picture that only the true Comic-Con nerd would know? Do you notice it?
Well, I know it's 2 aisles away from us.
Okay.
It's facing back towards the thing. You
were walking with me, so we know exactly.
Oh yeah, no.
There's the rugs. That's when they still were putting the rugs down.
Oh, they were still putting the rugs down. Yeah.
Remember when that was just like the biggest fiasco in the world?
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore.
Yes.
Now everyone's knees are going to be sore. Yeah, dude, that's a perfect one. That's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm just glad I found it because it usually doesn't go that way.
I remember
it was here. Why is it not here?
I have a copy of it. I just don't know if it's print quality. So I'm glad we have one that's print quality. That's perfect.
Yeah. Chris has got a great question. Hardly any buzz for Wonder Man. What is up with Marvel Disney? The only thing, I haven't read a lot, but the only thing is, hey, this is great and nobody's talking about it. So I guarantee you Marvel Disney's okay with that. It's not like nobody's talking about this because it sucks, doesn't get anybody to check it out. But nobody's talking about this, and I really liked it. You can get word of mouth going, and I really think, man, putting Ben Kingsley in that was a master stroke.
Well, my thing is this still stuff that they're just trying to this is stuff that they approved, move forward, and they're just trying to buzz through it and just get it out into the world so they have a clean slate to put it out? Or I think isn't it a different piece of the Marvel stuff?
Yeah, I think when our boy Kev had the strike and the coronavirus lockdown and took that opportunity to readdress everything. Like you remember, I think you were even the one who told me about this, that he stepped away for a bit.
Yes.
And then had the opportunity to go, oh no, let me get the reins again. This stagecoach is going everywhere. It's not bad, but I better take over again. And he did. And so I think one of the things he did was consolidate everything because you haven't watched any of this yet, right?
I haven't watched Wonder Man. No.
It's all out. They dropped it.
I want to watch it because I've heard amazing things about it.
One of the really cool things they did is it comes up with a Marvel Television logo, and then it fades to black. It fades to black and white, and then to black screen, and then comes back up again with the Marvel Spotlight logo that they used for Werewolf by Night.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
so with it being, it wasn't a one shot really, because it's 8 episodes, but those 8 episodes are only a half an hour and they dropped it all at once. So I have a feeling they're retaining like the ability, like maybe we have a really good idea for something that is going to be spotlit.
Yeah,
you know?
that's cool. I like
And
that.
so
I like
it
that.
might be a theatrical film, but you get the idea that this might be a one-off or another one if it's really big. But
listen,
it's like a little side project in the bigger
I love
universe.
that. That's the beauty of one shot. That's why I loved Marvel one shot. That's why. If they do that and they take that concept and put it into the film, TV, whatever it is, and it's like we have this little story we're going to tell. Awesome.
I think that's exactly what it is. That they're taking the Marvel one shot thing that they used as like bonus features for the DVD or Blu-ray. Nobody's buying physical stuff anymore. So because streaming's taking that place, well, hey, guess what? When we have that idea, it's going to be on streaming now.
Exactly.
I think that's what they're doing.
That's cool. Yeah, I got to check it out.
Like
I've heard this
branded, you know, and like compartmentalized, and it's like, wow, they're doing a lot of front-loaded work here for stuff that's going to pay off later. I have a feeling.
Well, that's also like why I thought the Werewolf by Night was so amazing, because it felt like it was so here, like in this little pocket right here, and it's like, dude, that's all. Bring me right back there. Like, keep on bringing me there. And if you made another one that was over here, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll try that. If that's what they're doing, which is why
I got a feeling,
honestly, which is why I love Cage.
The
Luke Cage. But then they connected it all with everything, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's okay. But if you watch that just like by itself, and Werewolf by Night is another example, if you just watch those by themselves in their own little universes, I'm like, cool, give me another story in that universe. You don't have to connect it to the big world. I'm okay with that.
Here's a little something that's going on behind the scenes while Iron Man and Cap are having that big man conversation.
Yes.
Exactly. I agree 100%. I think that's what they're doing. They saw that that's what happened with Netflix, that they built their own Avengers thing with the Defenders.
And
so Kev just went, that's a great idea. And maybe, but we're just going to put it as, here's like this little side collectible you can get, right? The movies are the graphic novels and the TV shows are the floppies, but these are the annuals.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes, no, exactly.
You get 5 annuals together, and then you make a big one. And you got a thing with Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night and Man Thing and fucking Machine Man someday will show up, and everybody will go, Larry's been talking about that since the 20th century.
Well, and then I also think the other beauty of it is if you put out enough of this type of stuff, eventually you come across a creative team that does something like the Daredevil stuff, and it's just perfect.
Right,
like,
they get it.
We really just casted this as good as it can possibly be. As long as we don't F this up, we could keep on making these every few years. And that's what they did with Daredevil. Even from a sense of, that's not even Kevin's group of creative people, but they did it so well. They casted it so well. The actors were so bought in. They're like, we're not recasting this. Maybe if someone, like, it's like Hugh Jackman. It's like, you're doing this till you're dead, buddy. Sorry.
That's where the bar is. If you think you can go over Hugh Jackman, then great. Let's talk about Wolverine. But Lenny,
till you're dead, man. Till you're
dead. I think that's what they did. Yeah. All right, Chris. What do you think about Wonder Man? You loved it, right?
I think he did. I think he's posted it. I think he's posted that he's really enjoyed it.
The one thing I want to know is what happened to Josh Gad. I think he's still in the doorman. He hasn't come out yet.
That's funny.
He loved it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I remember you saying you and me like Doorman. There's an episode in the middle of it that throws off the normal people, but the nerds just go, "Oh, not only do we know what you're doing here, you have done this very well."
Oh, interesting. It's
like a spotlight within the spotlight.
That's cool. Yeah. I will. Like I said, I know it's. I have to watch that. That's high on my list of watching. I have to finish the Batista Lobo movie, but I will. Once I finish that, then I'm going to do this. Oh, I didn't start it, but I promised myself I would watch it.
All right, that's good, because I was like, I remember a couple days ago, I said, "Oh, that gives me time to watch it." Well, of course, I didn't, and so today I'm like, "Oh, I got to put it on," and so what did I watch this morning? I watched something this morning that didn't matter, and so I skipped over to that, and I started watching it, and I got. Have you seen a second of it or not? You haven't started it?
I know. I've seen the trailer of it.
Yeah, okay. The titles though, it fades in on a city, and it has the radio going, and tells you it's Hawaii. So
yes,
even though
yes.
so you know it's in Hawaii, even though it looks like a city. And then they start just cranking Paradise City from Guns N' Roses through the credits, and I sit down. I'm like, well, that's the way to get old there. This is great. Let's go. Click, click. Oh, and then I get up to have lunch, and it's still paused on the credits right now. So I watched 90 seconds of it, if that, and it looked great. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But
I'm turning it on tonight, so I'll probably send you a message. I'll probably text you and be like, okay, yes. Mark told me that they do some crazy stuff in it. So
I can't wait that's going to be like the Wrecking Crew is going to be our like little funny joke movie. Like whenever I don't have time to do something, I'll be like, well, this is like the first 90 seconds of Wrecking.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I also, it'll be good. I need some like hidden gem. I feel like we've been lacking like a nondescript, super polished rando like remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
We need something like that. We're missing.
I agree 100%.
So
that's all the joy I had when I was a young nerd was like you'd find out about something before anybody else. Like I was like in love with Batman because of the Marshall Rogers, Steve Englehart stuff. And then I wouldn't shut up about how fucking great the Batman comic is. And then the movie comes out 2 years later and everybody's like, oh, I'm in love with Batman. I'm like, all right, I got to find something new. And then, oh, fuck, this Max Headroom thing on Channel 4 from the BBC that's on Cinemax is fucking great. And you could do that in the old days. And now it's like,
it's tough. It's tough. You got to like, I scour Tubi all the time. Yeah, I scour Tubi all the time. I'm always watching rando stuff, but haven't had anything that's been nothing like that Musketeer one. And you know what it's like every so often I have to do like what are big like international hits overseas and just to see like, all right, what's the premise of this? I don't know if that's going to be my thing and that was what the Musketeer one. It was like, I think it was sold as like a love drama thing. And I was like, and then I put it on and within like 5 minutes, I was like, this isn't a love drama. This is like, this is awesome.
I once you turned me on to the archive.org, I got a little lazy because I'd be like, I would think about stuff that I missed when I was a kid that still tortures me to this day.
Yes.
I was telling you, I found the Clone Master.
Yes.
I watched Exo Man. It's kind of an Iron Man thing. This guy gets paralyzed by the mob and builds himself an Iron Man suit out of garbage cans. And that's great. That
website is just spectacular. Because again, that's like there's 5 copies of something.
Yeah.
And someone who knows is like, can I have that copy? I'm going to keep it and we're going to archive it and it'll never disappear ever again. It's stuff like that, which is like, that's the niche stuff that is still fun to find. So
that reminds me, I got to figure out a way to post stuff on there. I'd post the MTV Star Trek thing Rick and I did.
Oh, dude, I think you could just reach out to them. Hold on, let me see.
I have the cleanest copy of that exists. Because I didn't tape it off TV. I got MTV.
You probably have the actual tape.
Well, it's a CD that was made off of their broadcast tapes. So it's a first generation copy. It's cool because the commercial breaks just have a black screen that say commercial break.
Oh, and okay,
that's pretty neat. So it looks official.
After we jump off, I will do some research to find out how you could submit something for them.
It's just I was going to Frank's, over Amazing Fantasy and 8th and Irving. Because did you hear? I know Chris is actually the one that tipped me off to this. That the city of San Francisco is doing a Star Trek 60th anniversary thing for some reason. The week of February 13th, and all across the city, people are doing Star Trek shit. And I haven't really looked into it because it said like books, and it had like these events and Twitter handles to contact everybody, and then it just says Amazing Fantasy. So I was like, Frank, what are you fucking doing? Like, why isn't there a giant banner in front of your store that says,
right,
come meet so and so, or like collect your whatever? So next time
do they even have anything?
Well, I went and I forgot to ask him because I brought up Star Trek to lead it into a regular conversation instead of going, Frank, tell me right now, what are you doing?
Right.
That's what I was feeling. And I said, hey, did you know I wrote this thing for MTV? I was a giant Star Trek fan. He goes, well, I know you like Star Trek. And we had this big, long conversation. And I said, it's up in 3 parts. Somebody has a tape of a tape of a tape off the broadcast that's on YouTube. Right. It's crappy, but I have a clean one. I'll put it on a flash drive and give it to you. And he's like, oh, thanks. And he was really appreciative. And it turned into the angry girlfriend story that I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so I completely forgot to ask him what he was doing. But the good thing is I'll have the flash drive with a Star Trek thing on it. And
that's always cool.
That will remind me to ask him.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't been in that shop in a while, but
I like it because it's a full-on comic shop. There's no couch to sit down and lounge. There's no bunch of crowd of LGBTQ people telling you that you should read Rachel Maddow's new graphic novel. Like, hey man, I just want to talk about Spider-Man or whatever. Where's that store? And that's Friends.
It's that one.
Yeah,
nice.
So there's lots of old people. It's really small. There's no place to hang. Like,
is there parking?
There's no parking whatsoever. I always have to park like up on Kirkham or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Irving. So I guess I'll.
Ninth and Irving isn't so bad. Like Irving and like 24th, that's crazy. Yeah. So I just drive down Judah, and then like Judah 9th, 8th, 7th around there. I park.
Yeah, I probably end up. You know what I probably do? I'll park in the. I'll park in the park, and then do that little.
You can go the other way. There's a block that way too.
Yeah, interesting.
Anyway. Well, I really like that shop. There's tons of great shops. Invisible Jet is great. I love his comics experience. Mission Comics and Art.
That's a great shop. That was a great shop when I would go there. I would visit there, and then that was back in the day when they had the video store, Lay Video.
Oh right, yeah.
So I would hit up Lay Video all the time.
I'd love that.
Yeah, so I would do Lay Video, and then that comic book shop would be my and then I would get a hamburger at Jenny's Hamburgers, which I think is gone too. All my places are gone. So.
Gordo's Burritos, that's what I would do.
Oh yeah, I know that. Or the Mediterranean on the corner, which used to be pretty
good. Yeah, and there used to be a Chinese food place that I loved over by the Magic Shop.
Oh, I know the Magic. Yeah, the Magic Shop. That's right. He's still there.
Yeah, that's still there. I forget what that. It was like something like Benny's. It was a regular name.
Funny. Yeah, yeah.
They had oh my God, they had the best Kung Pao chicken.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm going to ask Mimi when I get off.
Well, where was
I'll text you. It was Abernathy's or whatever.
Yeah,
some white person's name, and I was like, this is like legit Chinese food, everybody.
Harold's Chinese on Irving or something.
Harry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we hit about an hour and 20 minutes. Or you want to? Yeah. Well, as always, thank you, Larry, and thank you guys for listening to us ramble. And then at least next week we'll definitely talk about the Batista and the.
Yes, absolutely. We can promise that. I will watch that. I very much enjoyed the credits.
Yeah, I wrote it down. That I have to watch that. So.
Those two guys are great actors, and they,
they're having fun.
When I booted it up, it said #1 in this week. I have Amazon Prime, so I'm like,
I want to see the tattoo off that they go through. That'll be fun. So awesome. Well,
all right.
I'll let you end stream and then
stream.